with less time on the clock, Ding still not very confident, and the temptation to end this game, end it in a reasonable way, and then to press for a win with the white pieces after having recovered from a loss. I think Ding is likely to repeat moves here. I'd be surprised if he plays for a win. But I would respect that very much, and I would think that's great, but I wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, and you said you'd respected it a lot. Maybe he wants to make Jan respect it, respect him for at least showing courage here and playing on. I don't know how much risk is involved there. Anish, the variation you showed, for example, is Black really risking that much after a move like b5? Yes, White can move the knight. Feels like Black has full stability anyway. Okay, body language wise there.
You know how it is. I mean, of course, you don't
head to side.
You don't risk just now, but if the game goes on and you have less time, things can definitely spiral out of control at some point. So, well, we'll see on the next move after knight d4.
Is knight d4 threefold? Because isn't the position reached 3 times after knight d4, or am I mistaken?
I don't think the knight was on c7 the first.
The first time the knight was on d4, the black knight was on e6, the black queen was on e7.
Oh, right. Okay, got it.
Not yet, no. But so, after knight d4, then it's up to Ding. He can claim a draw or he can play b5. I think that is the critical point. Yeah, because indeed b5 is also reasonably stable. I don't like the knight on c7. It's such a passive knight. It's defending the pawns, but it's such a passive square. From c7, the knight can only jump to e6, from where it can then jump to c5 and then enter white's camp. So you are really far away from creating any threats. It's hard for me to somehow imagine that Ding will play for a win with a knight on c7. I mean, you can go b5, but I don't know. I don't expect that.
And knight d4 is on the board, and now the moment of truth. Will Ding claim the draw with knight e6? That is threefold. He's looking at a score sheet. That's usually a pretty much a giveaway. It's a draw. And that is threefold repetition. And the handshake is coming. No, they got to claim it. Yep.
Because until move 40, you cannot accept the draw. So you have to claim the trio fold. But the arbiter is sharp, is right there. Yeah.
GG. Handshake.
Standard procedure would have been to stop the clock, write down the move, and call the arbiter. But yeah, either way, it was going to be a draw. And what do we think? A fair result? A tense game?
Yeah. I think a wire-to-wire equal game. I think an important game for Ding to prove to himself that he can basically draw without going through a worse position. He was in control of this game. Maybe on move 17, we'll take a look at it. B5 was more ambitious than C5, but Anish, I think definitely all things held equal, a confidence boost, a solid draw from a position of strength of the black pieces.
Yeah, for sure. As thinking from a perspective of a Ding fan, if I was one, I definitely would fear a knockdown. So another loss and 2 losses in a row would be disaster. I really like also from the start just the way Ding looks today. Even now, he sits there, with his arms on the table, and he's talking, he's smiling a bit. I just like how he looks. I think that loss it relieved the pressure in some sense, and I think he's got plenty of time to come back. We just started. We have so many rounds ahead, more than 10 rounds. I think 11 rounds ahead of us, and lots of opportunities to bounce back. And we saw, good play from Ding today. We also saw an interesting opening choice. I think we will see